name is Elvis Shehu. I born in Albania, Fier, which is center south of Albania. Oh, childhood. Well, born in 1982, grown up in communism era. Really simple, nothing fancy like kids growing up these days. I have to say it was more stick and stone playing around. We used to play a lot of hide and seek, to be honest. Growing up is, even from the school era to the holidays era, like everything was controlled.
Njëmaj.
We used to do the star, because the communist, the sign of the communism, right? Is the star
red
and
star.
the
Red star.
The red star?
Yeah.
So all our kids, we were obligated to do that in the middle of our block of flats to show that we support the communism.
And if you don't take part on it,
You were screwed, regardless your
you're in
age.
prison. Someone will report it. You didn't do the star this year.
Elvis didn't
They will give you a
contribute.
warning maybe, but the second time you go,
You had to follow every rule they were saying, otherwise you were done.
oh. So remembering being on communism, everybody is poor. So when we say poor, not poor as the family or as a nation, poor as a government. So the people that were in power, they had bananas, but the people that were working on farms, they didn't even know what banana was. Living that kind of dictatorship by the end of the communism, the western borders opened and people start traveling, and it must have been in 1996, 1997. The government who took over, which they pretend to be a Democrat party, bank scheme, which people are putting money in, which a lot of people lost a lot of money, including my dad. No, a lot, but there was quite a little bit of money. I was 15.
Okay.
I remember my cousin was living in London at that time, and my dad asked him to help me to move. My cousin left Albania in 1992, so he was very familiar with Europe, traveling around. For the first night, I remember, I find it very funny. I was telling all my friends I'm leaving Albania. My cousin is supporting me to get on a reboat, and yeah, it must have been around midnight. Got on a reboat. It was on the riverside, and the journey started. And halfway on the sea, the driver decided to turn around because the water was cloudy, the waves were too big, and we turned around and we went back home. 2 weeks later, exactly the same, got by the river, midnight, jump on the reboat. That time my dad came with me as well, and it's different from the first time because I couldn't say goodbye the first time, but the second time, it was hard. Say goodbye, but it was one of those 15-year-olds goodbye. Yeah, see you later. I'm sure I'm not going to make it to the other cross the border, but yeah, we got in Italy. We jumped off the boat, and it was the middle of vineyard, late September. The food I had with me got wet, so it wasn't much to eat. And we waited for a taxi, and we got on the taxi to Bari. We got on a train. There was 2 trains to take us to Milano. There was an express one, which most of the time you get controlled by the officers. Then the chances that you're going to get caught, it was 100%. And the next train, it will take you 12 hours or 16 hours from Bari to Milano. We took that train, we slept all the way. There was a control borders at that time, but we still managed to end up in Milano. At that time, Europe, it wasn't open up, so there was borders. And we jumped. We stayed for a month in Milano to my cousin's friend's house. We jumped from there. We moved to Paris, and from Paris we went to Brussels, and Brussels another friend of my cousin decided to put us in the back of a lorry, and we end up in Felixstowe. No plan. Actually, I was lost on the boat in the middle of the sea, to be honest. My cousin stayed with me for a couple of months, and his visa to move to America, it was approved, and he went back to Albania to get his green card visa. Oh, my first job, I was a kitchen porter on a French restaurant called L'Estamine. Still remember. I don't remember the chef's name, but I still remember the restaurant. More like a school for me, because I learned how to work, I learned how to respect people, I learned how to cook. I learned to love every ingredient in the planet.